That's where the gunshots at.
Talent here. Marine TV, get serious TV, you heard?
Man, just to give the background check to everybody, you already know how I go. This is Reem'o Meerak Tyson, everything in entertainment, podcaster, actor, gamer, television producer, executive producer, content creator, media correspondent for Floss Magazine.
They were with Reem'o Meerak. He's an educator for New York City Department of Education, videographer, multi-award TV producer, actor, media personality at TV and radio. He has his own podcast, which is awesome.
Yes.
A&R for a music publishing label and semi-pro gamer. I want to talk about that at some point.
Okay.
Because I think that's going to be really popular, even more so than it is now. I think it's going to blow up.
Man, listen, if you ever would have told me, I mean, we could jump into the gaming. That's recently just happened because shout out to Hip Hop Gamer, who I'm his television producer for his show We Got Game. I've been his producer for the last 2 years. Him and we had met in person. I known him over video games. Like I known him over PS3 and PS4. And then we physically met around 2016. Like simultaneously at a radio station. We both had like guest appearances at a radio station in Long Island. So I seen him. He seen me. I was like, "Yo, bro, what's up?" I let him know who I was, and he remembered. He's like, "Oh, stop! That's crazy. What's up?" So we like connected this great bond, and him and we both was talking about this initiative, like about pushing this stigma off of gaming. This whole nerd and dweeb and everything. And it's like, bro, y'all don't even understand. Like, this is like a multi-billion-dollar thing that you want to claim and say is dweebish and geekish. And it's like, man, listen, I even took a step back from hip hop for like 2 years. I took a step back from the hip hop scene and was in gaming and tech. And I never had so much fun in my life. So,
Really,
so that's when the semi-pro thing, I played in a couple tournaments and stuff like that. I'm aiming to play in more. So, I'm here, I practice here at home, I'm gaming, if I'm not doing my entertainment stuff. But other than that, that's just one of the aspects of the Reem'o Meerak brand, man.
And I think with people are going to find out, I think soon, that gaming's about to really blow up into like the mainstream.
Oh my God, it's the number one industry.
Yeah, exactly. And there's professionals. I mean, it's a sport. Maybe not running around and jumping and shooting a basketball sport, but it's a sport. People are getting paid.
It's tremendous.
Yeah.
Like the minimum gamer is getting paid like $65,000.
It's crazy. That's good.
That's minimum.
Yeah.
That's even not even with sponsorship. So even with sponsorship, you're looking at probably close to maybe $1 million. Million or more. There's gamers that earn like more than $1 million.
Yeah. And there's teams and leagues, and it's
there's teams, there's leagues, there's factories, there's even the expos. Like when I was at PAX East in Boston. Oh my God! Like even with this whole Corona thing happening and the majors that weren't there, it still was like packed house. Like there's still a mass people. Like there was like even one. Like I wish I would have took a picture again this year. Like I did last year, like there's like a whole one section, right? You could figure maybe at best 20,000 people, maybe 30,000 people, right? You times that by $85. That's a pretty hunk of change right there.
That's a good business. So I know Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm sure you're an entrepreneur. You know him, and if he's into it, I opens my eyes because something's there.
But yeah, I believe him and Gamer met. They actually Gamer is affiliated with 137 PM. He's done a couple of things over there as well. And then I did I think I filmed him on an episode of his show one time. We filmed that Amato Media. We was there one time.
Cool.
And stuff. But I didn't meet Gary V. I mean, I always wanted to, but I didn't get the chance to meet him. So
my son had the opportunity. He works with Rawlings, the baseball glove people, so he was down there doing some filming. So he had the opportunity. But can you tell everybody about you? Tell me the story of you.
Wow.
We got time.
Yeah, we do. No, yeah.
That's all we got.
I'll say this. It started back in 2006. You know, I was already kind of lost in my dreams with hoop dreams. You know what I'm saying? I played basketball before this. So, you know, after that, you know, it was kind of like finished college, you know, I was lingering a little. I was like, all right, you know, do I really want to come to entertainment or not? Because everybody kept pushing it at me, like, you know, dude, you got to go to entertainment. You got too much energy. You got charisma. You have, you know, this, you have that. And I was like, you know, still, because with me at that time, I was never about the whole glitz and glamour thing. Like, I was like, damn it, I got to be fake. You know, if I get into the game, I got to, you know, act a certain way. I got to be a certain posture. And for me, I'm always been carefree. So it's like, you know, I've always been carefree. I always lived that like unboundary life. You know, so eventually I was at a house party in Harlem. So this like Lupe Fiasco looking kid, you know, he was chopping it up in the kitchen. He was chopping it up and he told me about central casting. So I was all right, you know, if I'm gonna give this acting thing a chance, fuck it. You know, and I knew of central casting anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're one of the major talent agencies that you know plug people into like TV shows and movies and everything like that. They're legit, you know, brand. You know what I'm saying? So I went downtown. I went downtown by 31st and 6th. Filled out an application, paid the minor $25 fee. That was like whatever. I didn't care. And I'm not gonna lie, like the first gig was in Law and Order SVU. You know, I was doing background work in Law and Order SVU. So it started catching like a bug. I started, you know, I was doing that. I was doing Nurse Jackie. I was in Blue Bloods. I was in Elementary. The list goes on and on. Then the major thing, it started to be with Friends with Benefits. I was in the choreography scene. You know what I'm saying? The one I was in the Red Steps in that movie. You know what I'm saying? That it started going and it's going and going. And then, like I said, once I got hooked on, I stopped caring about the high fashion retail job I was working at. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a shit about that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, eventually I was just like, yo, listen, if they're gonna fire me, they're gonna fire me. I'm already inspired in my dreams. You know what I'm saying? I'm already locked in. Eventually, unfortunately, I had gotten fired or whatever. I really started focusing on with acting. You know what I'm saying? Really started going hard. Like I was so determined. It was like, bro, I'm about to admit something right now. I literally like almost killed myself twice, more than twice. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that deep. So I'll fast forward it to 2012 was a great year for me. I came to a crossroad. I was like, damn, acting's not going great. And I was like, you know what? Let me come to media. You know what I'm saying? I came, I went to online. I was co-hosting at like online radio stations and stuff. And then fast forward like 2015, I started having my own show. It was called Reem TV Radio over at DSN in the Bronx. And from there, I just got locked in. Got tremendously locked in, you know. And then from there, it became podcasting. And from podcasting, television producing and videography. And just everything follows suit after that. And then I'm not gonna lie, 2017, you know, finally getting accredited with an award for something you create. You know, that was like a great how can I say, moment in my life. You know, I cried. I'm not gonna lie, I did cry. I tremendously cried. You know, in my knees. You know, because it was just it was like now that's like year 10. It's like, yeah, you say like year 10, year 11, around that time, and I'm like, damn, I put 10, 11 years, and finally something's accredited of it, regardless if it's independent, mainstream, whatever. But something came of accreditation. And I was like, all right, you know what? Now it comes easier. So, then the year after that, created my own media production brand called the Meerak Brand Productions, kind of like a affiliate / production company, because I'm connected to a lot of videographers and photographers. And I'm kind of like a liaison. Like I really feel like they should be paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel, you can't come to somebody and ask them to help you create something and then just have this like entitlement to think, all right, exposure is the only payment. It's like, bro, like, no. You know what I'm saying? That's just me straight up. Like I'm like, no. You know, so whoever's within my affiliation, I make sure they get paid.
Awesome.
I make sure they get paid. You know what I'm saying? But then, yeah, also too, like I said, the blessings of producing on other shows and platforms, and then being blessed with for the last 2 years on Hip Hop Gamer Show through Hot 97 here in New York. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing and a half. You know, it really, you know, get me on the red carpets and, you know, and filming and just being around it. You know what I'm saying? And even now with my aspirations of getting back into acting, you know, it's just been a tremendous like 14-year ride. You know,
and people don't understand. Hot 97 is that's the place to be.
Yeah, no, hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like the fact that, you know, shouts to Hip Hop Gamer for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can never not salute him and congratulate him or for anything that matter. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to use me as his producer for his show. You know what I'm saying? When we film and stuff. So
Hot 97 for me when I was, 15 years old, and really hip hop was just getting going. I'm not that old, but it was just getting going. You'd sit up in my room, and we're right on the border of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, so I could slightly get the reception. You'd have to move the little antenna around trying to get the station. But
right.
That's what we would all listen to. So that's pretty awesome. What's your favorite thing? Is it music? Is it the media in general, or is it everything?
Wow, that's a great question. If I had to choose, if you like, let's say theoretically or hypothetically, you put a gun to my head, whatever. I think media in the strength of because of how the narrative is told, and then how the way I do tell stories, you know, based on what I film or based on, you know, how I, you know, host and how I talk. You know, I don't really try to ask the simple, goofy, bland questions. I really try to answer the best intriguing ones that brings it out of the entertainer or individual or figure that I'm speaking to. Other than that, like the amount of things that I do, like the music right now, you know, it's starting to creep up with a high love because I understand now with the artists. You know what I'm saying? So I there were times I would like ride the fence like with owners and artists, but now with me it's tremendously artists because it's like I understand it. You know what I'm saying? And for the artists that do their thing, you know what I'm saying? You know, I try to help them out to understand business first before wanting to get the fame. You know, like they tremendously have to do that. They have to continuously do that. You know, in order to not get screwed up or be of the stories that you heard of, oh, they got jerked out of their contracts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially in this era. Like this era, and when I mean this era, like I want to say like 2015 and down, or matter of fact, not even that. Let's say 2010 and beyond, right? You really shouldn't be caught in bad contracts. And the reason why I say that is because of the information's there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's highly there. You know, and I get it, you know, for some, you know, coming from the bottom after you get like a big check, you're coming from the bottom, fuck it. You deal with everything after later, but in the same token, it's like, bruh, like why put yourself in that risk? Or sis, bruh, sis, or whatever. You know, why put yourself in that risk? Even for me, like the best thing for me was that I had family in entertainment. I had, you know, figures or mentors in my life that were heavily in entertainment. So, you know, me and all that starving artist shit, like you know, for me, I didn't believe in that shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't believe in it at all. You know, I still working. Still to this day, I'm working. I'm a teacher in the day, in the daytime. You know, after 3 p.m., I'm Reem'o Meerak. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, man, I couldn't find myself like, because I always told myself like, if I found myself getting caught up in those situations, then that's extra work I gotta do to get myself out of the situation. So at least, hey, if I come into this and I already have my own bread, I already have my own money, or have already read your contract to understand the situation, you know, that's less and less work I have to backtrack on. You know what I'm saying? So out of everything, yeah, media, yeah, nah, it's straight up media. I'm not gonna lie. For the last 8 years, that's basically what it's been. The media driven. You know, I'm always about the narrative. Narrative is key. I think even in this country now, you know what I'm saying? You know, people are heavy on narratives now. You know what I'm saying? Or weird innuendo narratives. You know what I'm saying? So
It's amazing. I get to talk. You do too. You get to talk to a lot of cool people, awesome people, entrepreneurs, and they all have the same thing in common: is that they're like never happy at one spot. Like you're not gonna just wake up saying that I'm good. I don't have to work on anything else. You probably have other things going on already behind you. You know, weeks, months, you know, years down the line with goals, and that's an awesome thing for everybody. It's always everybody that I talk to who's like successful.
yeah, nah. Here's the thing. Like you can't come into this with just only one thing. That's the one thing I've learned. You know, being in this game for 14 years now. You know, you can't come into this just with one, because God forbid that one is done. Then what? You know what I'm saying? Look, let's say like right now, right, with acting, right? What's happening now? Who's acting right now?
Mm-hmm.
Right. At least now with media, I can still be here on my phone, research, do whatever, and then record it, post it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still kept relevant. You know, even with producing, you know, this content I have on my phone that I like. Just the other day, I put out like literally like 7 IGTV videos, you know, of stuff that I had stashed. You know, yeah, but overall, yeah, as entrepreneur, you should never have like one stream of income or even one stream of a brand. You know what I'm saying? You should have multiple streams, because at least that way, if something collapses, it's like, okay, cool, all right, that collapsed for now, but I can strive and do this.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the one thing about me, like, which is great, because, you know, I can't be put in one box. A lot of people try to, which is weird, which is kind of funny. Because God forbid if I come to my, hey, you know, let me host your event, or get on the mic and just host something. But Reem'o, you do videography only. I'm like, have you really read the resume? Have you really checked out the resume? Have you really like looked at links and seen like stuff where I've hosted at? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's funny though. But I used to like get like, what's the word I want to use? I used to get annoyed by it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, I get it. You know what I'm saying? All right, I don't seem the part, but you know what I'm saying? But you definitely want to just put me in this box to say, okay, hey, stay in this box, Reem'o. You know, and it's like, nah. You know, I never came to this game with that. People try to put me in a box. I never stayed in that damn box. So, you know.
How has this coronavirus affected your game? Like everything that's going on. So obviously you're a school teacher or educator. So that's done.
I'll tell you this much. In that retrospect, I'll say with the remote learning, it's difficult in the sense that it's the expectations. Like, I'm in D75, so those kids come from difficult homes already. So it's like, all right, so now we know they come from difficult homes, and now we gotta call them to make sure they're logged into something, you know, that they may not have access to, even though, you know, Spectrum and everybody is doing the things for people that don't have access to internet and stuff like that. That's great and all, but it's like still overall, we don't know per se of how the household is being run. And even with this coronavirus thing happening, you know, that makes it even worse to a degree. And I say worse in the sense that, all right, it's really putting parents to a test, you know, to really be a parent. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and even for me, you know, I've taken a step back and just reevaluated things. You know, that's basically the best thing I can say, you know, with this situation. That's the best way I could look at it right now, because, you know, there's still more to come with this. So it's kind of not difficult, but it's kind of like to really pinpoint it.
Well, what were your goals for this year?
Oh man, I'll tell you this. I was highly disappointed that South by Southwest was canceled. Like this year, I was officially selected to cover media at South by Southwest. It was interviews I was setting up. There was, oh my God, when I heard the news, like first time in probably like a long time, my feelings was crushed. I was just like, God damn it. I'm like, shit. I'm like, how the fuck? I was like, God damn. I said, of all the fucking years I've made attempts and tried, got denied. Here we go. Accepted. Cool. Cowabunga. Everything got fucking denied. Like, not denied, but you know what I'm saying? Everything got canceled. And I was just like, then the other blow, E3, which is a big gaming convention, that got shut down. I was like, yo. I'm like, yo, that's in June y'all shut it down. I said, oh man. I said, wow. But overall, I mean, like I said, those things are out of my control. You know what I'm saying? I can't control that. But, I'll be damned if I'm gonna stop creating. You know what I'm saying? I'll be damned if I'm gonna let that win and just not create and not do anything, or for that matter, not be focused. I'm still gonna be focused. I still feel 2020 is gonna be an amazing year for me, regardless of the situation we're in. That's the best way I can look at it. It's a situation. Any situation that we've been in, we've been able to get out. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically how I'm going about it.
And you're in New York, so you're in the the hub of a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But the strong survive, and we'll survive and we'll adjust, and I think things will be better. Hopefully, people realize what's really important,
right?
And go from there. So your podcast, I was watching it. Okay. I like how it's just real. It's raw. It's real.
Oh yeah, the Reem'o Meerak. Yeah, there's no sort of unapologetic.
I like that. So I like it real. I don't want it to be a big commercial for somebody, and that's kind of bullshit. But was that just your idea to go on and just be yourself? I mean,
here's what the thing was. From my experiences co-hosting on a show called City Rock Radio, shouts out to them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times the show didn't feel like we were hitting, like, not saying we were hitting the people, but I didn't feel the creative energy. You know what I'm saying? So we stopped doing our show, and it was like a gap. It was like a huge gap. And I'm like, yo, bro, all right, you know what? I've been talking about getting back to podcasting. And I can't, and I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I need to do something different. So I said, nothing with show, nothing with podcast on it. And I thought about it. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to call it the Reem'o Meerak, because it's going to make people think, like, all right, what really is this about? If you're not calling it the Reem'o Meerak show, you're not calling it the Reem'o Meerak podcast, you're not calling it the Reem'o Meerak experience. You're like, really, what the hell is this show going to be about? So then the next thing was, all right, who else but me can be on this show? You know what I'm saying? Be on this platform. You know what I'm saying? Because a platform with me, I mean, that's kind of boring in a sense. I'm not saying it can't be done. I did it before, and it was a lot of energy expressed, So I was like, all right. I thought, shout out to Young M.A. On her latest album, she had done a track featuring her. So that kind of gave me the idea, like, all right, you know what? I could kind of do this the same way with the podcast. All right. I could be the curator and just ad-lib in the shit here and there. You know what I'm saying? So then originally it was my homie DJ Chase, who's my label mate now at Worldwide Sound Records. Well, he's the owner of the record label, but he's also partners in it. He was supposed to be on the show originally. It was supposed to be him and my homegirl, Chloe, who's on the show. You know what I'm saying? Chloe on the know. It was going to be us three. But that didn't work. That didn't happen to be. So then it started being me and Chloe. So we had like guests and stuff like that. But then I was like, all right, if I'm gonna bring a third person, who am I gonna bring? Then it was Midwest Yosh. I always kept Midwest Yosh in my eyes and my views ever since we met, because I'm always about keeping my word. You know what I'm saying? And with him and I, we had met when used to be a Kellogg's bar, like Kellogg's like cereal bar in New York City.
Really?
It used to be called Kellogg's NYC. Used to go in there and it would set your cereal up, all that. Yeah, it was dope. It was lit, man. I wish they never left, but yeah, he was working there. You know what I'm saying? He talked to me. He's like, yo, bro, I love podcasting. Like, whatever. And I was like, all right, give me your math, whatever. And he was working with me on other shows and stuff that I was on and stuff like that. And then I hit him back again. I was like, yo, bro, because he's always about sports. He's high about sports. I was like, yo, bro, you want to do your own segment? What's up? He was with the shits like right off the bat. So yeah. So when it comes to the Reem'o Meerak, we're a very unapologetic trio. I mean, I'll put it like this: like Chloe's the sassy yet technical lady on the show. Yosh is more the like how can I put with Yosh? Like Yosh is like the balance. Then I'm just with the shits. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just like all the way with the shits. There may be some things I may say that may go far and beyond. I don't know if you've seen the promo I put when my mom's talking about the show. Like she like she was like, you guys are crazy. She's like, well, we changed it up a little bit. I mean, the language, we curbed it down some because my mother, she was a heavy critic. She was like, I can only listen to like 5 minutes of it because y'all curse it. It's F-bomb this and F-bomb that and F. So it's like, the last couple of episodes, we kind of toned it down somewhat, but we still kept it real. We're still unapologetic. So
how'd you make it work with 3 different people doing one show?
I had to listen. It was the decision I made. I said, at least if I see because I know with me and with my brand, it could be overwhelming. It could, because my personality itself, it could like tune things out. You know what I'm saying? I made the decision. I told myself, I said, look, it's still the Reem'o Meerak, right? But I'm the curator. At least with that, it takes away not having them like highlighted on. You know what I'm saying? So Chloe's the host, Yoshi's the co-host. I'm just the curator. So I'm just a verbal ad-libber on the side. They're really the stars of the show. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I jokingly say, like I took like Dick Clark's routine. You know how like Dick Clark, he branded everything.
Yes.
He never was on the show. Rarely like that. It's just now I'm on the show, but it's my brand. You know what I'm saying? So, it's my brand, but it's not my show. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, it works out fine. You know what I'm saying? I ad-lib my ad-libs. I say my stories here and there. I don't have real topics. I don't have they're the ones that come with the topics. They come with the topics. We talk about it in chat groups, and and I put down the rundown, email it to them. If they like it, cool. They don't, they add their changes, and then I change it and add. And if this is what it is, then this is what we're gonna talk about. Definitely can't wait to record this Thursday. Yeah, we're gonna record episode 9 because it's been a while. The last episode 8, was about 2 weeks ago. So we got to keep it going. Even for our mini fan base that's growing. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it going, and it'd be an injustice to not record. So we're definitely doing it on IG Live on the Rug Sprayer account. And then from there, if it cuts off, because we only got an hour on IG Live, we're still going to be recording because I'm gonna use my phone to record through Anchor, and we'll put the episode up. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gotta get the episode up. Yoshi and myself, we got a lot to talk about. Chloe, she may not be in attendance, but you know what I'm saying? Overall, we still got a lot to talk about. The stuff.
What's your plan on? Can somebody monetize or make money off of a podcast other than Joe Rogan?
You can. I mean, well, with Anchor has a system where when you use their paid sponsors or whatever, you could cash out on it. I mean, we don't have enough plays to cash out, but you definitely can. It's the one thing I always tell people about podcasting. It's not the setting up the structure of it or what you speak about that's the difficulty. It's the marketing. The marketing is the difficulty. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta if you have a quality project or a product, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do the best you can to put it together. You know what I'm saying? It's not an opportunity out in this era that nobody can make money off their podcast. You know what I'm saying? There's multiple ways you can. It's just how well that you put things together and market it as well to get the funds to come in. That's just basically it, honestly.
It's hard. I mean, it's work. It's not just turn on the microphone and start talking. There's a lot more. There's a lot more that goes to it.
Nah, it definitely is not. And for me, that's why I was glad I was like doing co-hosting when I first came into media versus straight being a host. So I wanted to learn. I wanted to see. I used to be the one, like, after other shows would go on, I'd be on the side taking notes. So they thought I was like some FCC guy or something like that. Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm just taking out notes. Like, what do you mean taking out notes? Because I'm taking out notes. And I was always taking down the strengths and weaknesses. I was taking down how it's being run. Like, what's the difference of shows? There's mad other things I was doing. So when it came to my time to go and do my own show, people started seeing it. They was like, oh shit. Or even when I started seasons, with my show, like, I know I was getting laughed at first. Oh, who this guy think he is? He's doing seasons. But then it trickulated to everybody else at the station putting seasons on their show. You know what I'm saying? So it never failed, things I did in podcasting and radio. I never laughed at it, but, I was always gracious enough to, study what I studied. You know what I'm saying?
What do you tell somebody young right now who wants to get involved with anything that you do, media, videography, anything?
All right. Well, to young people, what I always tell is the first thing, which is my main slogan, is perseverance is real. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you're about to get into, especially in this entertainment biz, is not for the weary. You have to persevere through everything. Not everything's going to be a yes. And definitely not everything's going to be a no. You know what I'm saying? You yourself have to do the best you can to make it best for you. You know what I'm saying? That's one. Two, stay consistent. Definitely stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Do not be inconsistent. That is the worst thing you can do, is be inconsistent, with this game. Number three, definitely make sure you are definitely business oriented. Okay. Like, I'm not saying charge off the rip. I'm not saying that, but understand the business that you're getting into, and then from there, maintain your business routine. You know what I'm saying? I can say that. Those three things I'm saying there right now is what helped me survive in this industry. And trust me, and I always admit this, I'm entity that has low numbers. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I have low numbers, but as far as the track record, as far as if you go to somebody else and mention my name about things that I've done, there's even times like I've gotten requested to do shit from people outside of New York. You know what I'm saying? And that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Even though I have low numbers, but still, like, the work speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? And I always made sure I did that. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, certain levels in this business, they don't care about if your Instagram popping or if your social media popping. You know what I'm saying? It's about, okay, what can you do in the long term after we select you? You know, and that's real, as the realest thing I can say. And even being around the big tables that I've been around, you know what I'm saying? That's the one thing I've always kept in with me. When it gets to my turn, when it gets to my chance, you know, what do I have to offer for them? Period.
And that's a good point. So I've been around some big companies. Like, I don't want to say who they are, but everybody out there, man, some big companies don't know what they're doing. So there's definitely opportunity for young people, you, me, anybody, to step in there and show them what you got.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's a huge fact. And that's another thing too for the young people. I don't want them to think that they can limit them. Don't limit yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you do, let's say, videography work, and you just start doing promo videos for a company, right? Don't just lock in with that company. Just add them to your clientele and then build on from there. I mean, that's what I did with the Meerak brand productions. Even though my clientele is kind of small, but I made sure at least around that small region of clientele, that's who I work with and grow the capital from. You know, so that way when it comes to, okay, if it's Hip Hop Gamer, who is one of my best homies in the industry and my best friends, and is my client of my film and production, you know what I'm saying? At least I branch off him to other people. Like, oh man, yo, I seen your work on Hip Hop Gamer show. Yo, I need you to come do something. All right, cool. You know, we go over the business. You know, go over the business of it. You know, and from there, you know, I work. I get it done. You know, also too for younger people, I feel, don't get too caught up on what you see of somebody else on social media. It's cool to look at it, but don't get too caught up, because then you discourage yourself and then you don't motivate yourself. The key thing is motivating yourself. Yeah, it's cool to have mentors. It's cool to have others that could guide you, but the best feeling in the world is when you motivate yourself. And then just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just do it. It's a great feeling, you know. And also too, don't ever put try in your words. You know, if you're here, you're doing. You know, trying, that's gonna lead to so many excuses. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to say try a lot. And then, you know, there's a mentor I talked to one day during Fashion Week. And he was just like, yo, you keep saying try, you're gonna owe me push-ups. And I'm like, all right, listen, a little too over, like giving push-ups to somebody. You know. So, but it worked though. I'm not gonna lie, like, it worked. You know, I stopped saying try. It gives me a better mindset, give me better clarity, and understanding that, okay, yeah, if I'm a producer of a Hot 97 show, you know, that airs on a Hot 97 YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying, then I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's basically it, man. It sounds easier said than done, but, you know, once a young individual or even somebody that wants to come into this game, you know, you just keep repeatedly doing that in your routine, and then you tweak things after that. You know, you don't know what can happen. The possibilities are endless.
I have two last questions for you, and it's about the music business. Maybe you can help me out. So when I was younger,
Right.
I would go down to the record store. They had one at the mall. They had one downtown. I could go in and buy a 12-inch single. They came out every Monday. I think new releases every Monday. I bought them, took them home. There's somebody new coming out every week. How has the music business changed? I mean, other than everything's, you know, online now.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I think the music business has changed to where the artists have started figuring out, like, all right, look, I don't need to get signed to a label. I just need to be sponsored. You know what I'm saying? So that urge of wanting to get signed to a label, I mean, there are some artists that still say that, but I think in this era, when you got so many apps and so many programs that you can get your music out and still get monetized for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like now to a point like, do I really need to be with a label? You know what I'm saying? Do I really need to be, locked down on a contract? It's so many variables that have been eliminated due to technology and the current state of music we're at now. Like, I mean, even with me still learning, you know what I'm saying? Like the laws. Oh my God, learning the laws of music and reading books about it and whew. Like, seriously, I mean, I would love to give a pinpoint answer. Like, I can't even, as of yet, give a pinpoint answer because there's so much to go in, But then, like I said, with the change of music, you know what I'm saying? Just watching, just last night, I was watching Hip Hop Evolution. Just to see the documentary and just to see how hip hop has changed tremendously through its times.
That was my next question for you.
Okay.
So.
No. Yeah.
Again, when I grew up, it was Public Enemy, and they was who I liked, Public Enemy and Boogie Down Productions, and on and on and on. I remember when Everlast, the singer, was a rapper,
yes.
with Ice-T.
Yes, that's a fact.
How has that changed? I mean, it doesn't seem like, I could be wrong, but maybe there's not those groups like Public Enemy who are just talking about social consciousness.
That's oof.
Besides Common, maybe.
Yeah, no. I think hip hop has been the only culture or genre that, I don't know, contradicting itself based on, okay, it's okay for us to create, but then you're mad at what's created, which is kind of weird. Because if you really think about it, hip hop is the art. It's the art form, period. And under the art form, there's going to be many crafts. So rap is a craft, dancing, DJing, graffitiing. It's so many crafts under it. But I feel because rap under hip hop has been so focused on that everybody, when it comes to talking about hip hop or the hip hop culture, just only talks about that versus all the other things under the culture that's made it happen, that's made it even expand to what it is. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta stop having this ideology of, when are the rappers going to speak consciously? I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is. I mean, if a rapper speaks consciously, that's cool. I'm not going against that. But if they don't, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like if they don't speak consciously, right? Like, all right, they still made a song that is entertaining. I think we lost that. I think we lost the ideal that rap music or just hip hop itself is supposed to be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be vibrant. It's supposed to have this, like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? And a good census, a good vast majority of people within society always got this weird thing of, oh, well, I need some consciousness to go to, so I get to my mind right. All right, cool. I mean, but honestly, with music, I went to it because I'm on the go. So it's like I always needed that on the go, head bopping, you know what I'm saying, rhythm shaking, you know what I'm saying, music, because I always want to be entertained. If I don't think I would go to music. I'm not saying I speak for everybody else. I'm just saying, from my insight and everything, I wouldn't go to music just to get conscious. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. There's a good amount of people, a good packet of people that do that. But then again, it's like, dude, like, all right, so you go to music, get the conscious words. So now what happens after that? After you listen to music, are you going to be more conscious into the world? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's equivalent to, like, it's almost like the same way, like, all right, if I listen to a lot of party music, am I still going to be still partying and jamming? Not really. I mean, it's entertainment.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
You
people
know?
say the same thing about rock and roll. You know, it's not the same as it used to be.
Well, I mean, yeah, but here's the thing with rock and roll, right? But their elder statesmen don't like shit on the younger people. You know what I'm saying? Or the elder statesmen kind of guide the youngers under them, or whatever the case may be. Hip hop, it just, I don't know. Like, I mean, ageism somewhat has started dying a little bit, but it still lingers there. You know what I'm saying? It still lingers there, unfortunately, within the culture. That's the one thing in the culture I wish would stop. You know, because God forbid if we did, it'd be an overflow of takeover. You know, so I mean, like I said, I've as of late have been listening to more like younger artists. You know, like the Baby, Little Baby. You know what I'm saying? Quality Control. Who else? Roddy Ricch. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't necessarily cringe at words they choose or whatever. And I'm a teacher, so you know, you would think I was like, oh, I don't know, it's a hard word. Oh, that was tough. I mean, that's what they feel. I mean, that's what was always said about this culture. It was like you did it because of what you felt. You did it because you felt of what you wanted to create to make an impact in the culture. That's just what it is. You know, like for us to like constantly not I want to say complain, but like for us to like find other ways to not help it rise or whatever, like it is what it is. I mean, we came to the state we came at. You know, the best thing to do is to preserve it, to be great for somebody for the next 25 years. You know?
That's it. That's perfect. So where, Reem'o, where can we all find you? And I'm going to throw all your links up here. Where do we come find you?
The best thing to find me, definitely you could go to reemomeerak.com. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely we could go. That's ReeMomeerak.com. If you want to get me on Instagram, I'll give you both my pages. The main page is The Ruger Sprayer. That's TheRugerSpra 5 Y's ER. And then the other one, my gaming and podcasting Instagram is at Reem'o Approved. ReeMoApproved. If you want to follow the podcast, it's at the Reem'o Meerak. Definitely hit us up. We're on all streaming platforms: Apple, Google, Spotify, SoundCloud. Jesus, there's other ones too. Breaker, Studio. I know Stitcher, Radio Public. There's other ones I just found out. There's like 12 other platforms we're on. I literally just found this out. Like, you know, so that means we're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? If we only have 9 episodes, well, about to have 9 episodes only. So for us to be on all these other platforms is a blessing. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. But definitely follow the website. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the website. I update it as much as I can. And it's easy to contact me. If you ever need to book my production company, it's easy. Scroll down. You got 2 options. You got either leave a message in the comment box. We'll go straight to my email, or hit me up on WhatsApp. There's a WhatsApp link, and you get right to Reem'o Meerak. That's about it.
Great. Man,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It was nice talking to you this morning.
Yes, Ryan, please keep doing what you're doing, man. Definitely much success and to your future endeavors with your platform and show. I appreciate you, you know, being patient, because I know we supposed to do this interview, but I unfortunately I fell asleep. I don't know why. You know,
no worries. It's worth it.
You know, I'm just keeping it human. But yeah, no, definitely appreciate you. Definitely keep doing what you're doing. You know, definitely love to cross brand with you. Hopefully bring you onto my show. You know, when things clear up in New York. You know.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah. No, I listen, like I said, man, we just gotta be mentally strong with this. You know, unfortunately we've been through this before, the crack in New York. If you've lived in New York, you know what I'm saying, the crack era, 9/11. You know,
Yeah.
this is what it is, you know, and you know, the quicker, you know, people stay inside, I know that sucks. You know, quicker people stay inside, you know, the less the numbers will decrease. You know, but if we want to continue having this mindset, nah, I got to be outside. No, I'm going to do this. Then, you know, that's the situation we're going to be in.
That's it.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you,
indeed.
sir.
Yes, no problem.
I appreciate it. Yep.